yéen ñii di ñu seetaan jaaree ko ci YouTube su ngeen bëggee jot suñu publication mën ngeen abonné Al Mouridiyyah TV te bu leen fàtte laal cloche bi.
Chaque étape de la vie est marquée par un rêve personnel ou des projets essentiels. Nous pouvons rêver d'acquérir notre maison, de préparer l'avenir de nos enfants ou d'assurer une retraite paisible et sereine. Et souvent, c'est tout simplement l'envie de pouvoir fructifier nos économies. À la Banque islamique du Sénégal, nous vous accompagnons à chaque étape de votre vie. Investissez dans vos rêves et préparez votre avenir financier et celui de vos proches avec des solutions d'épargne qui respectent les principes de la finance islamique. C'est le moment. Épargnez aujourd'hui avec la Banque islamique du Sénégal et réalisez vos projets en profitant d'une gestion éthique et transparente et d'une rémunération très attractive. Contactez-nous pour découvrir l'offre d'épargne qui vous ressemble.
Assalamualaikum, mbokk taalibe yi. We very happy and delighted to be here, okay, in the University of Cheikh Khadim. Okay, today is the 16th of Safar, okay, 1447, okay, which correspond to the 11th of August 2025. So it is a pleasure and a happiness for us to be here in Touba, particularly in the University of Cheikh Khadim. So today what we're going to do first is to present you the expositions, the great expositions that happen over here. What we're going to do right now is to get into, and by the way, show you the different articles we have. Thank you. Okay, we inside the house of the Xassidas. Then I'm here with one of the presenters of these great expositions, Mouridiyyah. Bye, Jurin.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here today and to talk about the House of Xassidas, which is a great place, a great venue that we are fortunate to have through the work of Sheikh Muntaqa.
Okay, a lot of people are asking what the House of Xassidas is standing for. Many people think that here we gather only the book of Cheikh Khadim. Just I want you to make some clarifications in order to make them understand, wow, this place, what it is it's standing for.
This place is standing to disseminate the work of Cheikh Khadim, which is based on the Quran and the Qasida. So the Quran is his wealth. So this is the house where we expose or exhibit some of the works and also some of the great tools and methods of teaching and writing. First of all, when you come here, when you enter the place, you will see this great book, which is a book that is a virtual book, a virtual Xassida. You can read, and also you can, if you want, it can be downloaded with audio, the sound of the Xassida. And if you look at this, the work of Cheikh Khadim, he said that his miracle are his writing. So this is a miracle that needs to have its own house, a venue where we keep all the work that Sheikh Ahmad Bamba has produced, from the teaching of Quran, the religious sciences, to the praise of the Prophet, to the glorification of Allah, to the teaching of the good behavior, what is called the adab. And these are something very, very important, because Sheikh Muntaqa said, even if we made it a house of gold or diamond, it will not reach the worth of the work of Sheikh Khadim. So that's why we needed to have, in this great university, to have a place where we perpetuate the work of Shaykh al-Khadim. And that work is mostly on the Xassidah. But if you look at a place, there is also a place where we can print Xassidah in a really, really great, beautiful way with all the modern technology. Instead of going to, let's say, Morocco or Algeria or other countries to print from there, we can print right here, which makes it something really new. Because we remember in the time of Sheikh Abdul Ahad, we would send people to other countries to print there, which took a lot of work and a lot of expenses. But now we have all the material we need, all the technology we need, and all the know-how, people who can do the work right here, people who can read, who can write the Qasaid, and people also who can go and correct everything and proofread until the last impression. So first of all, this is what I wanted to say about this. And also, the legacy of Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba is so important. We even don't, it's unfathomable, legacy. So we needed to have something like this to keep all that work that he has produced. Let's say producing the Qasida in here. If you go through the place, you can see, start from the religious sciences to the Amdah, where you have a praise of the Prophet, Salatu ala Nabi, and also the techniques or technology that they used during the time of Sheikh Ahmad Bamba, where they created those tools to be able to write, and a very beautiful calligraphy with colors, and also with all the tools, the bags that they call Jafre or Mahtum, that where they keep the book. Because for Serigne Touba, that was the most important for him, where he would buy very beautiful beds and beautiful mahtum and lay them on the bed, and not him lay on the bed, but put the Quran and praise the Quran. So we have seen so many times where he referred to the Quran as his friend, referred to the Quran as the most beloved of that what he takes as his own, I can say, or say kanz, which is your wealth. So for him, his wealth is the Quran. And you can also see how he trained all his followers to learn the Quran, to memorize it, to write it in a way that can be kept for centuries and centuries and for generations. And if we can refer to Sheikh Massamba Mbacké, Sheikh Mohamed Lamine Diop, Dagana, and all the great followers of Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba, even his sons, Sheikh Ahmadou Mustafa, Sheikh Fallou, they all wrote great things in calligraphy, because calligraphy has become part of that. And you can also remember that he would ask people to write the Quran in one day, and they would share it. That had been done also during MAGAL and during many events where people would come sit down and write the Quran right now where they were sitting. And this is something you don't see anywhere else except in Touba. Yes. Even in many in the countries, in the Arab countries, you will not see that. And this is part of now our cultural heritage, our Islamic heritage, that Serigne Touba himself has put his print, in the history of Islam. And also his print is an indelible print that we can see. That's why we need a place like this, which is the house of Xassidah.
Oh, you can say that the dreams of Sheikh al-Khadim comes through now. So my question is, who made this beautiful? Because this is like something which is a gift for all Murid. And then who made this great place, the house of Xassidah?
Yeah, I think Sheikh Muntaka, in his plan, he said that the work of this place would be given to Hizbut-Tarqiyyah, who would supervise everything and do the work. So that's why every member of this organization has contributed to have a place like this. And we know that through the early days that the Qasida were our main focus, chanting them, singing them, learning them, and so on, and learning the religious sciences. And all our focus were on the Qasida, and it is really something great for us. It's an honor that Sheikh Muntaka has entrusted Hizbut-Tarqiyyah with the work of this place. And I think we can't be thankful enough to Sheikh Muntaka for doing that.
Okay, so we're going to continue the visit and see the different articles, right? And then
Qasida are divided in various, domains in which Saint Touba has written. So these are part of the religious sciences, because you have to know your fiqh and your tawheed, your tasawwuf. What is you have to know God. Know me before you worship me. Yeah. And these are the books, let's say Tazawudu Sighar, Tazawudu Shuban, Jawhar Nafis, Nahju, Masalik, and so on, are those books that focus on that to teach you what are the foundations of Tawheed, what are the foundation of fiqh, what foundation of tasawwuf, how you perfect yourself to reach a high level of spirituality. So these are those that some of them were written by scholars long time ago, where they wrote like extensive books, so books that are really hard to go through all those books to read them, and then he summarized them into poetry and make them very accessible. Some of them are that, like Jawhar Nafis and other books that he took a text and put it into poetry and make it a summary and make it easier to learn. So you can learn these religious sciences faster than when they were written in like a bulky big books. So that's what it is. Yeah. The other ones, like the Amdah, where you praise the Prophet. Okay. So then it is how the Saint Touba gained Khadim Rasul through praising the Prophet. So these are the books of Amdah, and then you see that more and more Saint Muntaka is creating opportunities so we can have more of those qasaid to be printed. And now they're being printed in a way that when you export them into the Arab world, they can read them. Because some of the kind of calligraphy we use, sometimes it's difficult for them to read. That's why now it is made in a more accessible way for to reach most people who speak Arabic. Okay. So that's what.
Okay, then this one.
Yeah, and also it's the same, Amdah, and it's also the same where praise of the Prophet, okay, and then the glorification of Allah is Salat ala Nabi is also looks very, very, very important.
Good, then let's keep on then. Okay, let's see the Maktoum.
Yeah, and here this is very Murid, like the Murid culture, because these are the tools they used to make, so we can keep the Quran in. And also there's some other tools like the pens and the pencils they could use to write. And also, the bags are here, but these are, ink box, an ink box where you could. The middle one is usually the black, and then the other one you can have the other colors, because when you write, certain names of Allah or names of the Prophet are put in different colors. And also they would use trees or some natural vegetation to make those ink, so they can use the different colors from different trees, where if they mix them, it gives them, let's say, blue, or gives them yellow or green, so they could write really beautiful calligraphy. And you see the Maktoum and the Jafir are also to conserve the books, okay, and put them in, because as I said earlier, that his respect for Quran is just outstanding. How he carries himself with the Quran, how he praises the Quran is if you see this, it means that he has a lot of consideration, a lot of respect for the Quran. And then here you will see, okay, this one is what we call satar. So they would this is made in a very strong a piece of thread, and they will put the paper on it, and then they rub it. So after they rub it, you will see the lines, so they can write in a more straight way. Yeah, the lines can be straight when they write on the paper.
Okay.
So these are some of the
Like a ruler.
innovations. Yeah, the innovations.
Innovation, things have changed, right?
So these are some of the other tools. Okay. This one is a jaffrey made of leather and really beautiful because, as I said before, the respect and the importance of the Quran in the life of Shah Ahmadu Bamba, where his followers learn, his children, everyone who came to work for him, he would teach you the Quran in a way that now in Touba, I don't think you can find as many Hafiz per head, per like let's say per 100 person in of 1,000 people in Touba than in any other place, because almost everywhere, every corner there is a Daara and people are memorizing the Quran. Even the girls, if you go to Porhan, even the Mamjara Institute has so many students who graduate every year, and when they graduate, they write the Quran, not write the Quran, but write from memory. This doesn't exist anywhere. You sit down, that you memorize the Quran and you write it from memory. This is just some outstanding. Even this is just mind-boggling for a young girl, 13, 14, to memorize this lengthy book and write it, from memory. I think this is a blessing from Allah.
Yeah, we thank Shaykh Khadim. He is very beautiful. Yes, and also, yeah, here also.
Some of the writings of the Sheikh himself, and then some of the tools that he also used, his pens, his pencils, and all the tools, as I said before. But these are part of some of the things that he used. Look at, for example, the books, the paper, the writing, the colors, the ink box. Yeah, all of that. All of this is part of the tools that he himself used. Sheikh Ahmad Bamba himself, and some of them are his writing. And as you can see also, all of these, you will see that this is writing of great importance. Of some of the followers, Masamba, as I told earlier, Masamba and Muhammad Lamin Job, Dagana, Saint Muhammad Mustafa, and all those scribes. He had like 17 scribes who would write, for him. And Saint Muhammad Lamin Job Dagana was like the head of the team. And that was really good. Saint Masamba also was really someone who led the entire team, and he would even put the diacritics when the Sheikh wrote. He would put all the the accents and all of that. Yeah, we call the diacritics for that. So that's very, very important that we have all of these as we talked about, the tools with the colors, and then that is very, very important with the drawing to make it really appealing and beautiful. Because there's also an aspect of Islamic art. The calligraphy is part of Islamic art.
Okay.
This one was printed in 1921, very in early days, and then it was most of them were printed in Arab countries. Yeah, and this one, you remember in the early days when the Wahhabite had some really threatening some of the scholars in Mecca. They wrote to Sayyid Touba a letter asking for his blessings, and he sent them this poem. And then when Allah blessed their prayer, so they printed this, the poem in many copies, and this one is part of that. Yes, and also this one, people said it was printed, I think, in the 60s. still from the Arab countries, because we didn't have the printers to print here, so we can print the books. This one also from it seems that Saint Fallu wrote this one, and then now we were started to have more and more. When Sheikh Abdullah came, before he created Daara Kamil, he would send people to some of the Arab countries to print. And when Daara Kamil came, there was a lot of poems and a lot of diwan that were put together and printed here. But we needed more of printing quality. That now we have that big printer downstairs here that can print in really great with a lot of quality of printing. Yeah, and also it's the same. All the diwans, the diwan of Xassidas are always been. You remember we had Fulkur Mash'on during like Serigne Saliou's time, where the Daara printed a lot of Fulkur to give to Serigne Saliou Mbacké, and then continued also. We still have all the poetry by theme put together. Yeah, and then you still see these that we use, and it being having more and more beautiful calligraphy. Then people the colors and everything is very beautiful. And here also some books that have been translated. You remember Serigne Samba did a lot of work, because Abdullah put him together with Daara Mouridiyyah now, Hizbut-Tarqiyyah, to translate these these books. Mostly that was from the Arabic to French, and now there were some that was translated in English, and that's the same. And some people are now publishing books, and this one is. I think we did the English translation, but it's not published yet. And all of these have been translated into French. Yeah, so that's part of where translating the books from Arabic to French. Still also the calligraphy is really beautiful, and the great Jafre and Makhtoum. And we still, Makhtoum also has become part of our dress code. Because we don't wear the big one now, we wear a small one where we can put like a Xassidas, so we can read our Xassidas when we want to do that. And it ended up being part of the Murid, dress code. So when you wear a Makhtoum, there is no doubt that this is like a Murid. Yeah, you wear your balat, you put the Makhtoum. There people no doubt that this is a Murid identity. All right, so that's really important. And here, as I told you, the bags, it's just to put the Qasida and Quran. These are Jafre and Makhtoum, because these are made here. Yeah, and then that was made by the Taliban, the followers of Sheikh Bamba, who would someone like Serigne Mahmoud Mbegere was one of the most well known. Even his grandchildren are making some of the most beautiful Makhtoum. And I know one person, his name is Ibrahim Mbegere. He makes a lot of great Makhtoum, great Jafre, like those for the Quran, and also Makhtoum that you can wear, and pretty beautiful. Yeah, and still we're going through the calligraphy of all these beautiful writing, and still there is someone who is here who is in charge of that. He also makes those and publish them in a really beautiful.
Is it possible for people to take books from here in order to use it and have to bring it back as people used to do it?
Not at this moment, not right now. Not right now. You can't take books from here right now. But I think in the future, when we there's a different, not here. There's a different levels where there will be a lot of books to be stored there, and maybe in the future people could borrow books and read and bring them back.
Right. Okay. So this place, a lot of people are asking, what this place is standing like. Yeah. Okay. Go then. Okay.
It is like the new way of conception for the books and the printing, because the new printing phase. So you see, they're being printed in a way that when you export them into Arab countries, as I said earlier, they could read that way, because the way we write here is a little different. And then you see that this one was printed in Morocco, and this one was printed here, so you even can't see the difference.
Okay.
So now, yeah, and now we're having all this quality printing just right here. Yeah, so that's why they're put here. And then some of them, they have even a box that go with them. So if you go over there, you will see that some of them have a box that go with them. So you see this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it?
Okay.
Yeah, this one has the box, and these one are being printed. Okay. If you visit downstairs where the printing room is, you will see that this is being made right here. All right, so that's what this part is, where we're having the new printing machines that can make really good quality printing and good quality books that we can just have right now.
No need to travel for that, right?
Yes.
To make good for books.
Let's go here.
Yeah, good then. It's a beautiful place. Okay, spraying. Can get it.
A reminder of the stay of the Sheikh in Mauritania, because he spent 5 years there. And when the colonial power was taking him there, they were thinking that the Arab will just look down upon him and his teaching would be forgotten. And then because because they said that as the Mauritanian, they're like of light complexion, and then they don't have respect for the blacks, so his teaching would be forgotten, and then they would not follow. But the opposite happened, right? The Mauritanians started flocking to him, and then becoming his followers and learning his Xassidah and learning from him and asking for his blessings. And when he was there, they made all these beautiful places where he could sit and write his poetry, and also elevate them to a very high spiritual level. Everybody knows about like the Daymani family, who are really have a lot of things that Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba wrote there, but they still keep some of the original writings that they have in the Daymani family, and they're really proud of that, of the interaction, and also the how they gave themselves, how they made bay'ah to Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba, and that's something. It's a victory, because when they were taking him there, they were thinking, oh yeah, these guys don't have respect for those blacks, so they will forget his teaching very quickly. But it became, everyone started. And I was just reading recently saying that the president from Mauritania sent some gift for the Khalif here for the celebration of the MAGAL. I think he sends dozens and dozens of sheep to be slain for the MAGAL. And I think this has created a big good relationship between Senegal and Mauritania. And then there's something I want to say. Serigne Touba has never went to Mauritania to learn. Okay. He has learned everything from here, because some people who don't know would say that Serigne Touba went to Mauritania to learn from them. Okay. He didn't learn from them. He learned everything he knew from here, and when he went there, most of them, they learned from him, not he learned from them. And also they came to ask for his blessings. And there was a lot of many stories where they came for them to ask for blessing, to ask for prayer, and their prayer were answered by Allah. So that's the most important thing that people have to make sure, when they talk about the exile in Mauritania, he didn't go there to learn from them. Yeah, he already knew everything he learned from here before going there. So that was what we wanted to say in short about this place, this beautiful, great place, the House of Xassidah, that is a jewel for us. It's really a jewel, and we are so blessed and honored to have this place here in Senegal, right here in Touba. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Bajorin. We are very happy with our Jorin Pui. This is a really pleasure, people. Just you have to come and visit. We have to know that Sheikhul Khadim was the first, is the first, will be the first. He is our pride, the pride of all Mourid. Thank you for today and see you for next time.
kàdduy Serigne Touba ci bisub màggal. Serigne Touba wax na ci màggal gi ne xéewal yi ko sunu borom defal ci màggal gi noonu mu ko maye ci àddina bu àllaaxiraat noonu lay demee te fa ñuy nekk ci aljana su bis bii dellu si dinañu gis mbégte yu yokk yuy wóor na bisub màggal gi la. rabaaya fi ixdaami xayril wara bada. màggal gi bisub cant.
Agence sénégalaise de promotion touristique ASPT mooy ànd ak yéen ci màggal gi.
yéen ñii di ñu seetaan jaaree ko ci YouTube su ngeen bëggee jot suñu publication mën ngeen abonné Al Mouridiyyah TV te bu leen fàtte laal cloche bi.